So Laura, tell me a little bit about your business.
So my business, I'm a graphic designer and I focus on branding and printed collateral. So if businesses need logos, whether it's something from scratch or a refresh, or they need to look more consistent amongst all their marketing materials, that's what I help them with.
Awesome. And have you been doing that for a while?
2 years.
2 years.
Been in business about 2 years, so
Okay.
still pretty new.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Awesome.
My background is in the toy and game industry, so I worked for packaging for probably about almost 10 years.
Oh, awesome.
So designing board games. So I've kind of taken that branding background and worked that in with some of my clients.
Great. And who did you work for?
So Hasbro
Okay.
was kind of the big company I worked for, and then I worked for a smaller company here in Carlsbad called USAopoly.
Okay.
So both large corporate experience and then small corporate.
Good.
So kind of a little bit of both, and now myself.
And what was your decision to lean out, Laura?
It was kind of forced.
Okay. Yeah. I went through that too.
Yes.
So I totally understand.
So the ultimate was I got laid off my job,
Okay.
and I knew I had unemployment for about a year, and
Okay.
I figured, well, it's now or never if I'm ever going to try
Yeah.
it. Now sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
What's interesting is 2 years prior, Hasbro went through a big relocation, and I almost didn't take the relocation package because I wanted to start my own business, and I chickened out. So it's interesting how it came back again, 2 years later, and it was, again, I didn't want to regret not taking that opportunity.
Yeah.
So here I am.
Awesome. Awesome. So tell me about your experience as a Hera Hub member.
So as a Hera Hub member, I think it's been wonderful. I think it's helped me kind of scale my business as well as launch my business. I think the biggest thing I didn't realize coming in was the education aspect. So I love coming to the business boosters. I love learning and growing, and there's just so many women who are willing to share their expertise and their skills. For me, that's been something I didn't really anticipate having, so that's been great. The other thing I really love is just the willingness of the community to help each other. So whether it's the Facebook group and if somebody has a question, for me that's been a great resource as well.
Awesome. Have you collaborated with any of the other members in any way?
Yeah, so whether it's just helping with their branding or me helping with graphic design expertise, we do have a graphic designer sub-hub. So we've been meeting, there's a few of us that meet usually once a month. And just help each other with either our projects or if we have issues with clients, how could we maybe resolve it? And again, it's just been great to have a sounding board. Am I making the right decision? Should I say this? Should I not say that? A lot of the struggles and fears we all have, they have them as well. So it's been nice to collaborate with them.
Yeah, absolutely. So a sub-hub, if you don't know what that is, which you may not, is an affinity group within the Hera Hub community of folks that are like-minded. So we have a lawyers sub-hub, we have, as Laura mentioned, the design sub-hub, an educator sub-hub, and so on. One thing, once in a while, I don't get this too often, but sometimes when somebody will come in for a tour, they'll say, oh, I see you have 15 other attorneys. Why would I want to be here? Because my competition's here. Yeah. And in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, you don't want to be here because you don't get it, frankly. But talk about that in the sub-hub. You have other folks that are graphic designers too.
There's multiple graphic designers, and what's interesting is we each have our own little niche. So, if one person's more focused on web, somebody else has a different niche, it actually works out, and it ends up, you actually get more work from them because a lot of times people will approach them saying, hey, can you help me? And they're not the right ones for the project, but this person is. So we've kind of referred work, amongst ourselves. So that's never been an issue. Actually, it's been better because there are more of us.
I'm so glad you said that because I always try to emphasize that story in that it's not competition, it's a scalable team in a pin drop, right? And so building those relationships as you've done allows you potentially to take on a larger client or a larger project that you wouldn't do by your own because you have this trusted, vetted group around you.
Right, and the other thing too are just the resources. So sharing the collaboration of resources within our industry. Hey, have you heard about this? Have you heard about that? That's been huge because you don't know everything, and a lot of times just sharing those resources has been super helpful.
Awesome. Talk to me a little bit about networking.
Okay.
When somebody says, hey, you should be networking. You should go to networking events. What is it?
I cringe. I mean, so that's one of the things about Hera Hub is it doesn't feel like networking. So we have the monthly member events. So whether it's a lunch or the happy hour, you come, you show up, and it's very seamless. You just, have a drink, grab some food, and it's very easy to converse with, people. It's not a, hey, what do you do? I'm trying to get work.
Here's my card.
Yeah.
I'll follow up with you.
It's not like that here. And to me, that's great because I'm not an introvert, but I don't enjoy those social experiences. So for me, that's been really helpful to kind of break out of my shell and kind of meet some people that I wouldn't otherwise meet.
Awesome. Yeah, networking without feeling like it's networking, right?
Right.
It's as one of our members said, it's baked in, so to speak, and I love that phrase because it is. It's designed. We say community versus networking.
Yeah.
Frankly, if somebody walks in the door and they say, "I'm here to network," we actually kind of take a few steps back, to be frank, because the connotation of what they are used to is that pushy, in your face type of thing, which just doesn't work here. Plenty of places to network. So perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Laura.